How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is That a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are the buy or maybe pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? How's it going, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back. This weekend felt like forever. I mean, I don't know. I just could not wait to like get back, stream with you guys. This morning, it felt so, I mean, I was busy. I was like obviously doing stuff this like morning for the channel, but not being on live stream, oh my gosh, it was so flippin' rough. So I'm so happy to be on with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let's say hi to the chat, and oh my gosh, what a day. What a day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So let's take a look. Lee, how's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Muhammad, hey man, how are you today? I'm doing fantastic. Just freaking missed you guys like so badly. James, what is up? Starfish, Mavis, taking Mavis to an AMC movie day. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Olive, what a great day. Someone told me the Godpill was mentally ill. They were not. Yeah, I saw him floating around Reddit or something. The Godpill. I don't know. I don't know. Interesting stuff is what I'll say. Lee is I'm like, Lee's trolling. I was waiting for the other comment. GME hitting 198 was awesome after hours. Yes. Oh my gosh, so excited. Neener, what a day, animal. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Pulse, Brave Bravo gang. We are on our way. So if someone wants to break down, I mean, all I saw was Godpo. He was doing a stream called Trey is going to get sued or something. Trey getting himself sued. I don't know what it was. I really don't get it, why this happened or anything. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. ZN, what is up? Julian doing fan freaking tastic. So happy to be back on the stream with you guys. Man, feeling good. Steve, what's up? What a day. What a day. AMC, GME, and cost. It was a green day. What's up, Eric? Neil Tendo, what's up? Dog, what a effing day. What a surprise. Great day. Yes, 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 yes. So Mohammed says, do you think what happened today would scriver a squeeze for GME? You know, it's pretty interesting. Well, let's take a look at what happened on the day. We'll talk about some of this stuff. What is up, Captain Cash? What's up, Johnson? All right. Man, hyped up to see you guys. Ooh, Steve says my September call for AMC had a fun swing day. Yeah, swing today. Absolutely, absolutely. I'll tell you what, my Microvision calls are finally printing. If you guys have been with me for for a little bit, you know that my Microvision calls, holy smokes. I bought Microvision when it was at like $18. And so I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to finally be positive. My break-even price was like 23 bucks. One of them is 30 bucks. So I'm still out of the money, but I'm going to be very close very, very soon. On top of that, they expire on the 21st of next month. So I'm very excited. I do think Mavis is going to probably continue to run until like the 29th at the very least, just because that's when the announcement is. We'll see what happens after the 29th. There's a lot of momentum already building. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a small retrace, but loving it. Let's take a look at what happened. We'll get back to the stock. Feeling freaking hyped up. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. All right. So AMC up 13.19% on the day. My goodness. Is this the pre-market right here? Look at this pre-market. Just like gapped up here from, what is this, 1019 to 1033. Love to see it kind of going, back and forth. I was like, oh snap, it's looking like a good day, right? Early. And so just ran up. I was like, okay, not bad at all. And then, man, the first, this first part of the day, man, these first 30 minutes, 45 minutes are wild. You never know which way it's going to go. Let's say within the first hour, it could be crazy stuff. So started running 11:55, and then retraced. Of course, we expect a retracement, no problem at all. And then it ran some more. nice solid levels of support all the way up here, and then kind of bouncing, and you know, a little more consolidation, a little bit of a retracement. But you know what, overall, look at this, just up, 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 up. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Beautiful. Whew. Good stuff. I love it. And let's take a look at GameStop. So GameStop on the 1 day, and then we're gonna look at Microvision next, because Microvision is really printing. I'm very excited for it, very happy about it. And so GameStop, little low down here, right? 148 as the low on the day, just like stepping up, right? Like bouncing, retracing, bouncing, retracing, bouncing, retracing. Huge gap up here in the after hours. This is a huge gap up, right? And so up not almost 10% in the after hours. And a lot of people are, I have a few comments on my YouTube videos that, you know, people are saying, you know, is it squeezing, you know, and it going up this high. I'm not sure if it's actually squeezing yet, but I would not be surprised if this started to, you know, run in the morning. We'll see how this continues to go. In my opinion, if it was like truly squeezing, I think it would have continued to run a little harder during these after hours and not retrace so hard. Either way, 185 in the after hours, still feeling like insanely good about it, right? I mean, wow. What a day. What a day. Good old Microvision, guys. I mean, I don't even need to say anything, right? Just look at it. Look at it. And look, we had these levels of, and look, the technical analysis does it again. We were having a squeeze down, right? Squoze down, and what we were looking for, some kind of break, whether it's bullish or bearish, we're looking for a break. There's going to be a break. And we had it. Look right here, boom, broke, very, very bullish. This 15-day moving average just slammed way above this 200-day moving average and just like took it insane all the way to $21 in that pre-market, and just again standard retrace, what was it, it ran retrace, you know, ran retrace, and or laddered, that's what I've been saying, laddered retrace, just amazing. I just love it so much. And that's what we saw, and continue to run and continue to run, and it's still going. It's not stopping. It was up 47.13% on the day, up, and then in the after hours up just under 9%. It did not end, and oh my gosh, I feel so good about this. I'm looking forward to it. And remember, the reason this is happening is because I think they bumped up their presentation or whatever to, I believe it's April 29th, and so for them to move it forward means, in my opinion, and I think I read this in speculation, so it's kind of, I guess, someone else's theory, but makes sense to me, is that they are excited. They're very confident in what they have to show, and oh my gosh, I can't wait. So I will say this, I'm looking for an exit right now, okay, because my 521 calls are going to expire. And so I think between now and 521, I don't think there's going to be another catalyst other than what's currently happening, right? So personally, and remember, you don't have to wait for your option to expire on 521. Now, you know, you have to manage your risk. So right now, I have not been feeling good about my call options on MVIS for literally a month, which is when I bought them. Like, I bought them and they instantly just dipped. And we can see here, or how long has it been actually? I bought it all the way back here. So 2 months I've been sitting on these call options, feeling like trash. Okay, it does not feel good to whenever you're not when you're not, you know, green. And so I bought it all the way up here, but been waiting for it to finally go back, and it did. Okay, so very good. Now, what could I have done, right? And something I thought about doing is, you know, here's the deal. I waited for it to bottom out. I saw it at $10, and even at $10, I was like, dang, I want to add to my position. This way I can break even a lot quicker, and hopefully this will save me. And, you know, obviously I probably wish I would have done it, because if I would have got it at $10, I mean, I would have been up easily over 100% with everything, and I would have made probably all my money back. So missed opportunity for me, but you know what? I was like, I didn't really have any money I wanted to add to it. I'd rather put it in AMC and GameStop, and I did put it in AMC and GameStop, and I do imagine that is going to print very, very well. So my goal right now is I plan on, and somebody asked my my position, how it's looking right now. So I'll let you guys know my positions really quick for Microvision. So 521 call, it's a $19 strike price. And on the night, listen to this, the $19 strike price, my break even. Diamond, what is up, my friend? Okay. At a $19 strike price, my break even was $26.20. Okay, so keep that in mind whenever you're looking at these options. That's because I bought it at a very volatile time. I bought it whenever it was running, right? So the bullish momentum really messed up my break even price, because we, you know, especially for it to be, what is that, almost $7 outside of what the strike would have been. That's a lot. Okay. And you know, these are hopefully you guys can learn from these kinds of lessons. Like, unless you're extremely bullish on these stocks, you have to remember that, yikes, you know, you have to like keep in mind that you need to make sure you're managing your risk, and you want to make sure that you are at a good spot, because, you know, so that's what I have right now. Currently, that one, I put a lot of money in this one. I put $1,000 into it, or over 1,000, I guess. Oh no, how much did I put in this one? Okay, I put $720 into it. Sorry. I put $720 into it, and currently it's worth $985. So I'm up, you know, 200 bucks or whatever. Yeah. I'm up $265. So with that one. So that's great. And that percentage is, I'm up 36% on this one. My next one. So this one is a 23 strike for 521. And this $23 strike for 521, at $23, my break even is $32.20. Again, guys, these options, they'll kill you with those break even prices. Just because the strike is $23, just because the strike is $23, my break even was $32.20. Okay, so you guys have to be ready for that. I'm currently down on that one. I'm down 150 bucks. And on that one, I put 920 bucks in it. Okay, so currently that one is worth $770. I'm down 16%. And then I have another one for Microvision that is in January. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do for that one, and we'll have to see. But I did want to share that with you guys. Somebody was asking about it, and I just want to be transparent here. I have completely, you know, missed out on all of the chats, but apologize. So I'm like totally too far behind in the chat to keep up. If you're just joining me, welcome. So happy to have you guys here. We're having a good freaking time. I did see Animal saying hit the like button. Oh my gosh. I don't want to talk about what happened with a popular YouTuber. But dang, is what I'll say. If you guys saw that, if you guys saw the post, then you know. But I don't know. I don't know why I brought it up. I shouldn't have brought it up, but we'll see. Hamo, I'd love to hear. Hamo, I think you come in here and say that all the time, don't you, my friend? I would love to hear your thoughts on why MVIS is a pump and dump. If you have a good, you know, and I don't mind that position at all. I do not mind that position one bit, but please share some knowledge of why you feel that way, and this way you can kind of back it up. The Melvin Capital website. Okay. Whoa. Very interesting. What's today? 26th. Looks like the website's been down for a while, no? So this is a way back machine. It shows you what the website looked like before. I'm not sure if I'm seeing anything here That it looked any different. Did this actually used to look like something? Yikes is what I'll say. Let's also take a look at the Dtcc filings and see what's going on. So 5 is back on here. If you recall, 5 was having issues. It was a procedural issue with the way it was filed or the way it was, something was written, something like that. Nothing has been changed from my understanding. Nothing was supposed to have been changed. It just had to be, excuse me. It just had to be refiled. And so it should be good to go. Nothing crazy. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Melvin Capital, Melvin Capital. Rebecca says, I've been down on MVIS since nearly the day I bought it at 16. I'm with you. And it going up so fast and hard and won't sell. I know it's a long-term hold for me, but it's unnerving that it's so fast. Yeah, it is a little unnerving, but you know, we do I'm with you, Rebecca. It usually is a little more unnerving if there's not really a reason, if there's like no catalyst, if it truly is like a pump and dump, if it's like pumping, it's going to drop. But there's okay, so Hamo has the same issue, right? So whenever it goes up this much, and granted, it's gone up a lot, and so we should be able to look at the tops of the 5 days or something. It's probably up here. In the past 5 days, which I think in the past 2 days, it's gone up 151%. So Hamo says that it went up 50%. No, it didn't go up 50%. It's gone up 150%. Okay. Now, granted, you're saying, okay, you don't think it's going to retrace? Yeah. I'm sure it's going to retrace. It's been, and let's see what it's looked like in the 5 days. And it's, it's kind of laddered up, right? Continuing to ladder up. But there's a news catalyst. You could think, okay, well, something's going to happen, like yada, yada, yada. But either way, there's a news catalyst. And whenever there's a news catalyst, it trumps everything. It trumps everything. Harry, I have not taken a look at it just yet, my friend. I've been just working on some other DD, but I do have it saved. Thank you so much for sharing. And I do plan on taking a look at it, and hopefully I can make a video off of it. I did have a different kind of priority list at the time, but just kind of stuff that was already set in motion. But I do plan on taking a look at it. Even if I don't make a video at it, I appreciate you sending it, because I probably will, but we'll see. So, guys, news trumps these technical analysis. News trumps everything. And these guys bumped their stuff up. There's stuff coming now. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think over the next few days, within the week, this is going to go kind of crazy. I think MVIS is going to go kind of crazy. It might retrace tomorrow or something and then bounce again. And whenever the news happens, or whenever their presentation happens, I think the stock is going to do one of two things, but essentially one thing. I think it's going to run, especially because they're doing some kind of presentation. I don't know what's going to be in the presentation. I think it's going to probably do well, since they're so excited for it, and it's going to run the stock up, right? And then I do think the hype will die. It'll retrace, but I think it'll retrace very, very, very strongly, maybe to $20 or something, depending on how high it runs. Maybe even down to $18, but I feel like the retracement, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, maybe $18 or something. I don't think it's going to go back down to $10 at all. But I do think it'll retrace after all the good stuff. realistically, right? Just because the hype is going to die down, but I think it's going to continue to remain within some levels of support. This way, it's going to continue to go up. I think this is going to be a fantastic long-term stock. I do have a call option for for January of 2021, and I'm not really sure if I want to continue to hold it, or I guess it depends on what they're presenting. And I think somebody said there could be a catalyst to some kind of buyout if what they're presenting really goes well, but it's just speculation. I really haven't done my own DD on if there would be a buyout, what they would buy out, stuff like that. So just kind of be careful with that one. And yeah, so that is that. You guys. So much drama in the YouTube stock world today. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that, but yeah, there was a lot of drama in there. But you know what? Not up in here. We're keeping it cool. We are just loving nothing but love. You know what I mean? Nothing but love on this channel. Just sharing the peace, sharing the love, loving these stocks, guys. We love a green day. We love a green day. Senior Miss says $35 target for you by the end of the month. I wouldn't be surprised if it was $35 by the end of the month. I think we'll see a nice little gap up. What I'm going to be looking for personally, and I'll share this with you guys. Personally, what I'm going to be looking for an exit strategy on my May 21st strike, expiration date calls, is I'm going to be looking to exit this month whenever I think there's going to be a big run toward the end, or maybe whenever something is announced. I think there's going to be one more catalyst that is going to skyrocket it, and I'm just going to sell at that point whenever the big news happens, because realistically I think it'll retrace pretty hard. And so I'm going to be looking for my exit strategy. I thought about exiting on my first one, but I do think that there's going to be just a little bit more to go on that first one. And that one, even if I sold that one now and sold them both, I'd still be net positive. And I feel good about that. I'd feel good about just being net positive, because realistically that'll free up like $2,000 that I'll be able to throw into AMC or GameStop or some of the other plays that I've been kind of waiting for. Yeah, AS, I think you're right. I think it's a LiDAR presentation on Thursday, and don't like AS says, don't hold me to that. But I believe that that presentation is going to be pretty good for them, and that's where the buyout, if that is accurate. Well, can we look this up really quick? Actually, I think do we have a news in here? News. You see, like, okay, so I don't know, little gripe really quick. Like, Microvision soars 47%, leading meme stocks higher. I just don't like that they call meme stocks. Like, what's wrong with Microvision? Why is it meme stock? It's a good stock. Just because Wall Street Bets likes it, just because Redditors like it, doesn't make it a meme stock. Like, these trigger words are they just bother me. I feel like they're just hopping on, like, the hype train or something. I don't know. Pain in the neck. So I'm curious. Let me take this out and bring this over here so I'm structured. I'm not seeing presentation. Oh, I was looking for a presentation. I already searched that twice. I'm losing my mind. But from my understanding, yeah, I think they're going to do some kind of LiDAR presentation. And remember, LiDAR, this kind of technology, for all we know, they're going to license it out to other people. And from my understanding, LiDAR is going to help people with autonomous vehicles, right? And so autonomous vehicles are something, obviously Tesla's into it, and Tesla's already got their own system. They're good to go. But guess who's not good to go, or may not be good to go? Ford, GM, everybody else. Okay, everybody else. Who knows what they're using? Maybe they already have something in the works. Maybe they're going to use something else. But all you need is, you know, one person, one company to buy out Microvision or buy out their LiDAR sector, whatever they're going to buy. And it's fantastic. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's possible it's going to happen. And or even if they don't do that, if they say, hey, we're going to use Microvision, if one big company says we're going to use Microvision, then I'm sure a lot of other companies will jump on it. You know what I mean? And if there are any other sister companies or something that they want to jump on, Honda and this, that, the other, whoever wants to jump on it, then they'll all be under that umbrella. And I think it'll be so good for Microvision and some kind of buyout. I mean, that's payday, right? It's just like good to go. Very good to go. But I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot. Just personal thoughts. Karen says, is it too late to get into Microvision? So I don't like to chase. I chased back here, which is why I'm in the position I'm in. Just not something I like to do. So I'll put that out there first of all. So I would just be, if you do want to jump in, I'd just be extremely careful. Just because it's run up so much now, and who knows how much further it's going to run. Now, if you want to play it similar to how I plan on playing it, granted, I'm already like up a little bit, but I am thinking it's going to run a little more. If you think it's going to run a little more and you want to play it for a swing trade, that's, you know, that's your prerogative, but just be aware that it is a little risky with where it is right now. In case it just retraces and the presentation doesn't go well or something like that. Nobody's excited about it. So yeah. My only concern is, like, let's say I were to sell at the end of this month. Let's say the 31st seems to be the highest and I feel good about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to exit. Like, I'm not going to get greedy. I don't want it. I'm done. Then maybe I'll just exit, but I would be concerned about missing something in May. So let's say at the beginning of, you know, or halfway through May or something, they do get a buyout, you know, and the stock skyrockets. I'd be missing out on that. But what if it just retraces and doesn't do well? So, you know what, after just saying that out loud, I think I'm going to go ahead and exit with the on the way up, or, you know, after that news catalyst. Set a stop loss. Yeah. I think realistically I would try to sell on the way down, probably with my floor being maybe like $33, just so at the very least I can break even. Maybe $35. I guess it depends on how far it runs. Realistically, I would be looking to sell on the way down, similar to the if you guys haven't seen my video that I released recently, the MVIS game theory, I think it's a pretty interesting video to watch. I don't know if I explained it well. People seem to be okay with the video, but I hope I explained it in a way that is pretty easy to understand. I think after you're done, I kind of think about sharing, or drawing or something, you know, think about what else I could have done, but you know, it's hard. So hopefully it's okay, but I think it okay. I think it's okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Eric says, Corey, did you see the DD called The Art of Transparency? Eric, I have not seen that. If you want to send it to me in the Discord, I'd be happy to take a look, my friend. I'd be very happy to take a look. All right, let's talk a little bit about AMC. I see a question here saying, DeMarky, what is up? Good evening. Hope you didn't miss too much. We're just getting started, my friend. We are just getting started. Feeling good. Let's see. Jace is jacked. How's AMC looking for tomorrow? This is what David says. So, hard to say, right? No one knows what's going to happen. I feel good about it. I feel good about this week. I feel good about today. And wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling fantastic. Oh, DeMarky watched it earlier. Hey, great. I hope that video, hope you liked it, you know? And that game, I'm going to be playing that game. Maybe we'll play that game toward the end of the stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, Eric. I'll take a look, my friend. So AMC for tomorrow, guys, so hard to say, right? But I will say this, it's already retraced. I would not be surprised if it continued to step up, ladder up tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised, you know. Who knows? And I'm trying to get in the hedgie's head. Let's say I'm a hedge fund. I'm like, guys, like we can't hold it down any longer. Like as soon as we let off, like, and we were looking, I think Joshua James was saying, you know, as soon as they let off after all these days, let's look at the 1 month, I guess, and we'll kind of zoom in, right? And so we can go over here and, you know, let's say this is downward pressure, whatever. Then we can see that, like, as soon as they let off the brake, right? As soon as they let off this short pressure, it just runs, right? Short pressure. And look at these, like, downward, lot of downward pressure, right? And it kind of consolidates for a sec. And this is only a few days here, right? And it runs. And then a lot of downward pressure runs. Downward pressure runs. And you know what I mean? Like, you can see here how it just looks weird. It doesn't really make a lot of sense looking at this chart. It's not really moving in any which direction on a long-term scale. Now, if this was a, you know, if the rest of the market was doing this, like, and, you know, you could say this is the retracement, or not the retracement, a correction or something. If this was a correction, then that's one story, but I don't know. It seems like they kind of let off the brake, and there weren't that many shorts today. And whenever there's not that many shorts today, guess what? There's a lot of buying pressure, okay? A whole lot of buying pressure. Actually, there's also something I wanted to address while I have some people here. Let me get this pulled up. I'm gonna take a sip of water, and I want to talk about this. Okay, so let me pull up this post. And I might make a video on this because I do have a limit sell video. And you know what? Realistically, I don't know. It might be time for me to just adjust my stance on it, because I see this and I thought this was pretty interesting. It's like crafty dragon fruit. Okay. And let me zoom in here a little bit so we can read it. Oh gosh, too much. Okay, so let's go here. So DD, how placing your sell limits, no matter what the price right now, hurting the stock and not helping. Okay, and they go over some very basic things, and so this kind of is a change to what I was saying before. Okay, and I have no problem changing my stance. And I guess I don't know if I really took the stance on it, but realistically, talking about these sell orders, and I was talking about people with these, well, I guess I was talking about people with low sell orders. This is because people with these low sell orders, I don't think this is completely closed yet, and we'll see it whenever it's over. We'll see, what does it show usually? Like $100,000, $999,000, or whatever it is. And then there'll be a $300 person in here who just wants to get rid of it. And so I made a video just based on that, because I was like, well, why so low? Like, why would you do that? And this one is actually a little bit different than what I was originally saying. And this person says, at this point of time, any sell limit order, no matter the price, will hurt the stock price. And this is because it's a supply and demand, and it shows the intent to sell. Okay, that's it. So, and they say, like, that's the DD, that's everything right there. Okay. But you know, even if it hits a million even if you put it as a million as a joke, it shows that your intent is to sell the stock. You don't want the stock anymore. And so, you know, from I guess a computer science type situation, the system doesn't see, oh, they want to sell it for a high price. This person is essentially saying they see it, they want it to sell. And that makes sense, right? It's either a buy or it's a sell. It doesn't matter how much you're buying it for. It doesn't matter how much you're selling it for. It's stocks, and you're either buying a stock or you're selling a stock. That's all you're doing. And this one says, okay, there's a lot of sell pressure, so there's that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm very curious to know, and you know, who knows, like, let's say the stock runs, right? And maybe a lot of people read this, maybe a lot of people didn't read this. Then, you know, one could say, oh, well, they removed it, and we were, you know, the people who had these sell limits were hurting themselves. And so who knows what if this is actually really true or not. I mean, obviously it makes sense for this part, but we'll have to see. Let's see. And that's basically it. So it says even if 1 million is a joke. I like this comment. This is the joke being that that's ridiculously low, right? And guys, like I don't think I can emphasize enough that they are short more shares in the float. So they're going to have to buy, theoretically, right? They're going to have to buy every single share that apes are holding. Every single share. If they have to buy every single share that the apes are holding, then that is what, then you determine the price. Okay. You determine the price. Very important question here by Animal. Animal asks a very, very good question. I have one question. Does a spacesuit make me look fat? Very, very, very good question. You know what? So far, so good. Looking like a champ. All right. I love it. So David says odds on option calls for Friday for AMC. Let's take a look. Victoria, I'm going to get to your question in 1 second. It's a fantastic question. So option calls for AMC for Friday. Okay, so here's the deal. I can't tell you what the stock is going to be. You know what I mean? Like no one knows what the stock is going to be. For all I know, it's going to dip down to $9 tomorrow. And you know what? I'll buy some more. That's what I'll say to you. Now, was it for Friday? So, what I like about these is they're relatively inexpensive, $70, but you have to look at your upside. What do you think it's going to go to? What do you think it's going to print? Realistically, I mean, look, if it goes to, you can see how much you're going to make here, and I'd recommend using this, and all you have to do is go to the graph over here, and you can see how much you're going to make and stuff like that, right? And you can see how much you can make, and it looks very good. Let's say it goes to, $14.50, you just made $230 off of a $69 bet. And this is why I love options so much, because you can just leverage your money. You can absolutely leverage it, and that's why I like it so much. Okay, so that's that. Now, Borna says, what's the catch with MVIS? I'm not sure if there's a catch, my friend. I'm not sure if you have if your question is about LiDAR, there are some things about LiDAR. I don't know if I've made a Microvision video yet. Trey's Trades, I'll plug his channel. Trey's Trades, he talks about Microvision all the time and the benefits of Microvision and LiDAR. LiDAR is actually pretty cool. And especially Microvision. LiDAR, the reason people didn't like LiDAR before, LiDAR, let me just look it up here. LiDAR images, LiDAR on car. And so the reason a lot of people didn't like LiDAR before is because look at it. It's freaking hideous, right? Granted, I think this is like a test car or whatever, but it's dang hideous. And because essentially what it was before is this. So you have this thing on top of the car and it looks ugly. I don't think it comes with all this additional stuff, but basically what from my understanding Microvision they were able to do is they can put like small cameras on the front and the front and the back and stuff, and it does the same thing. I'm sure they like talk to each other, something science, and instead of having this huge thing on the top, this way the cars look cooler, they look much sleeker, they don't look so lame like this thing right here. Okay, so they don't look so lame. And so that's from my understanding why a lot of people did not like LiDAR before. But hey, you know what? Technology advances, everything looks better, and that is that. Good stuff. Now, for Microvision, they have that. I mean, I don't know, a lot of good stuff. So I'm not sure if that's really your question with Microvision or if it was a different kind of question, but that's what I feel. Now, let me read this question because I think it's good. It's a very, very good one. Victoria says, why do I keep reading not to buy AMC shares on margin? Can they not be sold? I'm confused by this. Okay, Victoria, it's a very, very simple. Okay, so if you buy those shares on margin, essentially, If the price drops or whatever, and they decide that they want to margin call you or something like that, then they can just liquidate you. They can just liquidate you, and now you're out of your position. And there are different, leverages of margin, yada yada, and just different. But basically, I just be very careful because of how they can liquidate your positions. And on top of that, they liquidated people. For example, Trey's Trades, he was in a 1-to-1 margin account, so he had equal cash to margin, and the price dropped. And actually, I can pull this up. I have a chart right in front of me. Look at this. So let's look at the 3-month, right? And here's what happened. I don't have the exact point, but from my understanding, I think it was right here. It was in this area, right? So I think he bought it down here or something. I don't know if he added to his position while he was at the top, but he went down, and Fidelity liquidated his account whenever it went down to like $6. So all of this was fine, and they liquidated him at the very, very, very bottom, from what he says. For no reason, no warning. Typically on a margin account, what they do is they say, hey, you're in what is the word I'm looking for? You're in risk. You're in danger of a margin call. You're at risk for a margin call. And so you need to deposit X amount of money, or we will liquidate your shares. And so that's usually what happens. You get a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is, to add funds to the account. And that's cool. That's what it is. So for him to be liquidated instantly is very sketchy, is very, very, very weird, not good at all. Okay. And so that's why they say don't do anything on margin. I don't have margin enabled. I do like margin because I think I love leveraging my money on stocks. I'm 1,000,000%. I guess I can't say 1 million. On stocks, I'm highly, highly, highly 99.9% convicted that they will go up, and those are the stocks that I used to trade on margin. I took off the margin, and I don't know much about margin in a sense of like all of it, but I traded on margin because I understood the percentage that I was going to be charged. I think it was like 5%, but I was like, you know what? As long as I make more than a 5% gain on this money, I'll be good. I did have a few margin calls whenever stocks went down, but I felt I felt good about it. So yeah, just be super careful with margin. My experience with margin calls was before the squeeze and everything. Okay, so and whenever I learned about what was happening with all the margin calls on people, I started to I got out. I didn't want to be in margin anymore, and I stopped that completely. But okay, I'm glad that helps, Victoria. I'm very, very glad that helps. Yes, I would highly recommend. In my opinion, it's worth it to bite the bullet, add the funds, close to be able to close the margin, and just hold off on margin for the time being. I think margin is a fantastic tool if you use it right, use it well and everything. But right now, they're not going to want to pay. They're not going to want to print or whatever it is. So be careful. Let me take a look here. Oh my gosh, a lot of chat. So let me take a look here. Somebody's saying something about Fintel. It was Fintel AMC short interest was the question. Why is Fintel now reporting short data on AMC? So what's interesting is their short squeeze score just recently changed on here. It was 92 the other day. I believe on Friday it was 92 or something like that. And that's that. So why? So if your question is why is it 0, that's because they're saying there are no more short shares to be traded, no more short shares available to be traded. And so I love it. I'm bullish. I'm telling you all, like, geez. Oh, it says Animal says Mavis just leaped in Webull in the after hours. 29 in the after hours. No way. Just continuing to run in the after hours. No freaking way. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Boosted says, your buddy from Dripping Springs here. What happens if, or is it even an option when the shorts cover that they don't cover completely, cover every share just to kick the can, if you will? So, okay, so Boosted, this is a good question, right? Very, very fair question, right? A little theoretical, and but let's dive into it. So I think currently what they're doing is they're kicking the can down the road. They're kicking the can, looking for an exit strategy, and they're not finding one. Because if they would have found one, then they would have gotten out. They tried to, they were trying to do, in my opinion, is kick the can down the road, use dark pools or whatever, high frequency trading, short the, and short the stocks and everything to get as much downward pressure as possible to make people sell, make people get out, make people get bored. It's been drawn out, make people get fatigued and quit. And it's worked on a few people. We saw a YouTuber not too long ago quit because they did not want to be holding any longer, and they were missing out on plays, right? Were they missing out on plays? Absolutely, 100%. You know what? We all just missed out on all of these plays today. Every single person in here probably missed, except for Mavis or Naked, or you know what I mean? There are other plays happening, 1,000,000%. Do I think it's worth it to hold AMC rather than try and hit the lottery on one of these plays? Absolutely. I'll hold AMC all day. I like the stock. What can I say? And so I think what they're doing is they're trying to kick the can down the road, continue to do that. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So, what else was your question? So, okay, so right now they're kicking the can, right? So what's going to happen? Something is going to give. They're kicking the can down the road, but you know what? They're running into in my opinion, they're running into a dead end, and they're not going to be able to kick it anymore. And that dead end is going to be whether there's a huge news catalyst, which forces them to cover and it runs the price up, and then they're forced to cover, or these DTCC filings. Personally, I'm specifically into Rule 801, which is over here, that I'm waiting on. And once this fills up right here is going to be very great. Now, whenever this fills up, it may not squeeze the same day. It may not squeeze the same week, 2 weeks, who knows? They have to use the rule and they have to jump in on it. Okay. And so that's what I think is going to happen. Now, and that's in my opinion, this is going to be the dead end, right? They've already covered all these other rules. They've structured everything. And now we're just waiting for a catalyst for these guys to have to cover. Okay. And I think is a combination between, the bullish momentum right now. I love it because it's starting to run, right? It's the wrong stock. So it's starting to go up, right? So what, in my opinion, I think a lot of people are like, oh snap, like maybe this is it. Maybe this is the good stuff. I'm going to hop in and I'm going to jump on it. And so I think that additional buying pressure, let's look at the volume, right? I'm actually a little bit curious what the volume has been looking like. And so, okay, perfect, right? So today was 78 million in volume. You can see it right here. And it's also going to be up here in this right here, okay? So 70, I don't know why the numbers are a little bit different, but let's just call it 78 million, okay? This volume over here, Friday was 27 million. So almost 78 million, 27 million, 49 million. And so you can see, it was over double the amount of volume. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a good amount of volume, a good amount of buying pressure. This good amount of buying pressure is going to continue to make these stocks run. You know what I mean? We need people to buy the stock that will show and remove the limit sells. I think, if what they're saying about the limit sells is true, it's changing from like, okay, the selling pressure and the buying pressure pushing down. And now if we remove the selling pressure and we just have more buying pressure, then we're going, and with that plus this, I don't think there's any stopping us, because right now with these other rules, there's a rule in here that says these guys have to, we can see their positions. So right now they can see their positions, and hopefully, you know, it's all legitimate. They can see their real positions, but until 801 is covered, so they can see their positions, but they can't make them cover their positions. And this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the covering of the positions. And this one is going to force them to cover their positions. So if they're in a really, really, really bad position right now, they're going to be forced to cover. And I think they are in a really bad position. I really do. And that's what I think is going on. Whew, you got me going. And this, I love it, guys. I freaking love it. I'll talk about it all day. Ginger says, where do I start learning about options? Do you have a video? Yes, Ginger, actually I do have a video on my channel. It's called like trading options in Webull or something like that. It applies to all brokerages. It's a super simple. I broke it down. I'm kind of proud of that video. I broke it down very, very, very simply without any of like the confusing stuff. And I think a lot, I've gotten a lot of compliments on that video, and I hope that it is very good. I do have a course coming out. I'm working on the course right now. So just stick around. I'll let you know when the course is released and everything. So yes, so take a look at it. If you have any feedback, please let me know. This way I can adjust it for the course. Oh, wrong hat. Okay, another thing that, or I saw another question here. The question was, why is Rule 801 taking so long to pass? So, from my understanding, and I hadn't read this just yet. Can you post this link in the chat with SEC rules? Borna, unfortunately, we can't post links in the chat, like in the YouTube chat. If you want to send it to me on Discord or put it in the chat on Discord or something, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it, and we can go ahead and we can do it from there. Now, Rule 801, so from my understanding, Rule 3 needed to pass first in order for Rule 801 to pass. Here's Rule 3 right here. It passed, looks like April 16th. So now we're just waiting on 801. And so this one took a while to pass, and, you know, just kind of the natural progression. It's a whole thing, but it did pass. So now we're just waiting on 801. And I'm telling you guys, I'm so bullish on 801 passing. Now, granted, keep in mind, if you've been, you know, on the channel enough, you know, I do not like to do dates. So I'm going to continue with that, saying, you know, on this date that this passes, I'll need to reread it, because I can't recall if there's like a buffer. For example, let's say it passes. Now they have 2 weeks to, you know, maybe they have a week, maybe they have 2 weeks before that this is actually in play to make sure that everyone is good on their positions or something like that. But that's what I think. I think that it's just taking a second, but I do think it'll pass within two or 3 months, right? That's my personal guess. I can't even really say it's an educated guess. That's kind of based off of how long these things take. They're trying to expedite them as well, just so that the DTCC, remember, if the hedge funds decide, all right, we're not paying this, we're going bankrupt, the DTCC is on the hook for the funds. They're bag holding. They don't want to bag hold. They don't want to bag hold. They want to make an example out of these hedge funds who put themselves in a bad position, and now they're updating all their rules. They're making sure everything is good, making sure everything is cool, and that's it. So that's that. Okay, that's my opinion. Diamond back in with the super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Diamond says, just taking a sec to show my appreciation. You were great. Had a great day. Then even better now with you and everyone. Keep it up. Much love. Diamond, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Look, you got me cheesing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, man. Man, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Okay, so MTZ says they added another one, 005. So actually this Rule 5, MTZ was actually on here before. They had to re-upload it. There was some kind of procedural error. They did it incorrectly procedurally. And the reason it was taken off so they could fix it with the procedure, and then they added it back, right? And so it's been added back. It's good, and now it's finally good. And now it's good. Olive, oh boy, here we go. Olive with the super chat. Olive says, what Diamond said. For real though, bullish freaking day. I keep holding. I'm holding, guys. And you know, honestly, that's why I'm saying like this Microvision, you know, and there, you know, I'm looking for my exit strategy. This exit strategy, I'm going to, I want to buy more AMC or GameStop. At the very, very least, I want to hold it to buy some kind of dip. If there's a dip, I want to buy it. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. Olive says, how is the new monitor, by the way? Olive, I'm so mad at myself. So I got my new monitor and it's right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I haven't installed it. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was supposed to install it over the weekend and I don't know. So I have like a dual monitor setup, but they're like stacked. And so I'm gonna have to like unscrew this one, screw it back on. Here's the deal. Is that a valid excuse? Is that any kind of excuse? No. Was I too lazy to do it? Unfortunately, not my happiest, my proudest moment, but yes. I should have done it, and I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and do it either early in the morning one day or late after the stream one day. So that's what I get. Yes, the formatting was incorrect. Thank you, Web. Yeah, it was like the formatting was incorrect. It really was not a big deal. It's been corrected, and now we're good. So I have I bought the same monitor that I had before. I don't know how to check what kind of monitor I have. Can I press this button? No, I don't know how to use this monitor. Menu. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you? No, I guess you guys can't. Let me go down if I can see what kind of monitor this is called. I'll just check my Amazon. Let me check. I got I'll pull it up right here real quick. The ViewSonic XG 2560. I got this one right here. I did not pay anywhere near this. Well, maybe closer to, wow, it's only $239. I got ripped off. No, I bought it on Amazon. And so it's a 244 hertz monitor. And the reason I got it is because what did I buy it? Oh, I was playing Valorant. So this is like right before I started streaming and stuff. And I was playing a lot of Valorant and I was like, you know what? I'm not good at this game. You know what would make me actually good at this game? If I got a 244 hertz monitor. This way, the lag and the way the synchronization of the server and my monitor would be perfect. And I would be finally good at this game. Turns out I'm not good at the game, and the monitor, while it's very nice, I actually like it a lot. It doesn't make me any better at the game. So, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I'm very happy with the monitor, except for the fact that it shuts off randomly. Other than that, that's that. So, yeah, you know, it's cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. Paul says, I picked up 36 LG curved monitors, still working from home. Yeah. See, I like the super long curved ones, but for gaming, not really, you know, ideal. I don't know how it would look on the stream either, now that I think about it. I'll have to figure that out. But no worries. So let's take a look at some of the other stocks. I did want to see what else ran today on the one day, just to take a quick peek. Naked did run. Naked was up 29% today. Man, I know some people are in Naked. Not something that I'm in currently, but insane. Casper Sleep. Well, that's pretty cool. I've heard of them, but I haven't seen their stock, I don't think. Anything else did well? Ocugen. Man, I think Ocugen has been doing well recently, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it keeps bouncing. How many days ago was this? Let's look at the 3-month. Oh, okay. So this is, you know, beginning of February, nothing crazy. I guess it's been running. Yeah, it's been running a few days. Yeah, I'm right. So it went from $5 to, you know, I guess peak of 13, currently at just under, or we'll say about around 11. So 100% in, let's see, what day is it? So this is 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. I won't say 3 day, maybe 4 days. Technically it's the 4th day, but yeah. You guys. Ticker DM did well. Well, hold on. Let me take a look at something else really quick. I did want to take a look at the top losers. I do like to see the losers, guys. Like, there are opportunities in here to make sometimes whenever you're looking at these losers, and I like to see it. So taking a look here, we do see text specific. I don't know any of these. Anybody I recognize? No, nothing I recognize, which is probably a good thing, because the stocks I recognize are the stocks that you guys like. So I'll take it. But sometimes it is good to look at those the losers, see who did bad, why they did bad. Maybe there's an opportunity there for a play. Let's take a look. What else we had? I'm watching this stock, but I don't remember why I'm watching it. I really liked it, and now I've kind of missed out on a little bit of a run of whatever it was. But the profile was oh yeah, so this one is interesting. So with all the crypto going on, first of all, let's talk about some crypto really quick. Have you guys seen this CXC? This one is old. Well, not old, but it's kind of old news at this point. Price. Is this the right one? Nope. Why is this looking like this? Go back. Capital X, sell. This one. Okay, have you guys seen this craziness? So if you look at the 7-day, this stock, and I'm sure we saw this. So this is one that people are saying that it might be, what were they saying? That it might be the hedge funds pumping this one. This one is super weird because this one literally went from 9 cents, depending on the day, 9 cents to just under 3,500, or right at 3,500 bucks. Which is just insane. Granted, it retraced like crazy. Let's see, what was down here? 600, 1,000. Oh, no, 1,500, 1,100, and then back up to 3,000, back down here to $11, and currently at 900. Just like crazy, wild, insane thing. Rania, CXC to the moon. I don't know about that. I'd be very careful with this. But something like this, even with this, like, there's opportunity here, right? And so this is something that I take a look at, and I see the opportunity, and I see this here down at, what is this? $11, and it's like, you know what? If you would have thrown $1,000 in at $11, and let's say it's trading sideways at 900, right? So say 900 divided by 11, so it's 81%. If you would have put $1,000 in there, you would have $81,000 just based on this kind of movement, right? So I might actually, well, I don't know how to get into this one, but it's just some interesting things that I think about sometimes. I don't know. Crazy. Animal says, got a blast. Enjoy the chat, guys. Best of luck all tomorrow. Best of luck to all tomorrow, and hopeful of a repeat Green Day. Peace. Thank you so much for the super chat, Animal. I appreciate it, my friend. I'm looking forward to it. Could be another Green Day. We've seen some good stuff. MTZ, you made $300,000 on CXC. Can you tell me how you did the play? I'm so curious about that. Oh, we can't access it? Oh, I didn't know that. AK experience with the super chat. Do not sell AMC. Hold till past 10K. Right, AK, and we saw that, right, in my video that I was talking about earlier about selling, finding your floor and choosing to sell on the floor. And so, crazy stuff. But thank you so much for the super chat, guys. I appreciate it. Alan says, what do you think about SafeMoon? Alan, I'm not the SafeMoon expert. I'm not gonna lie. A lot MTZ, you got me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, so just crazy stuff. I don't even know how this stuff works. No one here is buying CXC. I know. Yeah, here's the deal. If you were thinking about buying CXC, I'd exercise extreme, ridiculous amount of caution because of that. So 220K is a new floor. Yeah. You got me, MTC. Here's the deal. People are making money on things, you know what I mean? And so AMC, money. And so I feel, man, just like, guys, I don't know. I'm so excited. Any thoughts on Clove? Let's take a look. Like father, like son. Yes. So we did talk about limits already, my friend. Thank you for coming in and talking about it. Now, so let's talk about that really quick. Wait, what was I saying? I forgot my thought mid-sentence. Don't set a sell limit. Yes, and so actually I forgot about that thought, but you're right. So keep in mind, guys, whenever we're talking about these sell limits, right? Theoretically, and this may be like actually like factual, but keep in mind that, for example, Robinhood sells their information. You know who they sell it to? Who their like biggest client is, I think it is? Citadel. 50% of their business is selling it, our information, our trades, to other people. And so to like hedge funds, selling our trades so that they know what we're playing. It is the biggest conflict of interest I've ever dang seen. Okay. And yes, okay, I'll look at Clove. So I'll write it in here and while I finish my thought. So it's the biggest conflict of interest I've ever seen. AK with another super chat. It says, I have 700 shares at $9.40. Nice. It feels good when you're up, right? It's easy to hold whenever you're up. But very, very nice. My goodness, that's a lot of shares. So keep in mind that they can kind of see, they can see your, I would not be surprised if they can see your sell limits, if they can see this, if they can see that. They can see everything, okay? Because their Robinhood is literally selling our information. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure Webull, anyone who's doing free trades, I'm sure they're probably selling our information to somebody. Even then, you know, while they can see some of those things, and this is why I get scared if you have those sell limits, because if you have those sell limits, remember, they don't need to trigger all the sell limits. They just need to trigger the right amount to cause a chain reaction. And so that's what I get scared about. So, but very good point. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, let's take a look at Clove and see what the dealio is. So Clove is healthcare services, and equipment. Love it. And let me try to go to the website. I've been trying to go to the websites a little bit more because they usually can do a pretty good job of showing what they actually do, stuff like that. Ready for a Medicare plan with more. What do they do? Okay, so they have all this stuff. Maybe I'll see what this little description in here says. Okay. The company provides medical. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read one more time. Okay, I'm gonna get some ridges real quick. The company provides Medicare plans to seniors. Its plans include hospital coverage, doctor visits, the drug coverage, vision, dental, and hearing coverage. Wow. The company's offers a software. See, it's not like in English. It's not like a fluent English. It should be the company offers software platform Clover Assistant, which provides America's seniors with preferred provider organization or PPO and HMO plans. The Clover Assistant provides information and personalized care recommendations to primary care physicians. Oh, driving real-time data-driven and helps in clinical decision making. Holy smokes, this is so cool. See, this is something I've never thought about. And so we've talked about other AI, and I don't know if this is AI, but it kind of seems like it almost is, right? And so these are things I have never even thought about that in this space, because we look at other things, right? And so we can see AI within different sectors. For example, let's say it's a big company like, let's say UPS, right? USPS, whatever. Let's say UPS. And so there's so many different sectors of it. There's logistics, there's routing, there's blah blah blah. It goes on and on and on, it never ends, you know. Or you can apply it to some kind of tech company, like let's say Tesla, and they have all these different sectors, and they need to make sure it all runs efficiently, yada yada. They can put this in AI software and help with their logistics and all this good stuff, right? This way, they're never short on stuff. They're never oversupplied, undersupplied. Everything is running smoothly according to the AI, which learns and continues to perform better and better as time goes on. So it seems like they're doing something kind of similar to this. And you guys have to keep in mind, healthcare is there's so much money in healthcare, especially whenever the insurance is paying for it. And so, you know, it provides them with, you know, PPO plans, HMO plans. And so depending on how these are getting paid for, it's ridiculous. And so we've seen this with insurance. If you know anything about if you ever paid a little bit of attention, Ian, a little bit late, but you know what? You were first to that video the other day, and I forgot to comment on it, but I saw you in there, my friend. So if you've ever taken a look at a bill on or even heard about the bills, right? We can hear about the bills about, what is this thing called? Any kind of medicine. Like, let's say, for example, you know, let's say you got, I don't know, an infection or something, and you pay a bill, you know, you have insurance, and next time you get your medicine from Walgreens or CVS or wherever, look at how much you paid, look at how much the medicine actually costs, and just soak that in for a second, because I've had a medicine before, it was like $1,000 and my insurance covered all of it. And, you know, but realistically, for them to manufacture that medicine, it probably wasn't that amount of money. You know what I mean? And so these markups, and they know that insurance pays for it because they know what insurance will cover and different things like that. And we've seen this with like insulin and people. Either way, we know that there are huge upcharges. They inflate. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. They inflate the prices ridiculously because they know most of the chances are insurance is going to pay for it. So now let's go over to how this brings in. So we know that, anyways, there's a lot of money to be made here. Let's go into the financials. I'm not seeing any kind of profit or anything in here. When was this listed? Okay, so it was just listed in, is it back? Can I go back here? Yeah. So in, what is that? June of 2020. So June of last year. So relatively new. I'm always a little weary with IPOs just because of the volatility of them. You don't know which way they're going to go. We saw that with Coin recently, right? We saw it with Roblox, QuantumScape. We've seen a lot of different examples of that. These are hard to follow, hard to track. So taking a look here, we can see that, what is this? Started at $10, you know, ran up, down, you know, a little bit over, I don't want to say oversold here, but it's a little down right now. Okay, so let's continue to look. No financials just yet. Institutional ownership is 4.46%. And for it being listed so recently, and this isn't even really that updated, there's probably a lot more. Let's see if I can find this online really quick. Clove. I think MarketBeat is the place I like to look at them. Yeah, MarketBeat, and we'll look at Clove. And let's see if there's more institutional ownership here. 49%. Okay, so if this really is 49%, yeah, and you can see, look, a lot of people buying into it, right? And so this is what I look for. If this much institutional ownership is buying into the stock this early, you know what? You may have something here. You may have something here. I really like it. It looks like it's at a pretty good spot. It bounced. Let's look at this a little more microscopically. And it's been kind of running and bouncing, right? Running and bouncing. Looks like it's due for some kind of, it's squeezing down. And you can see this for yourself, right? We could put in two trend lines. I hate that it does this to me. We could put a trend line down here or something. Okay, I don't have enough room, so I'm going to have to do it twice. Oh, boy. I want these to touch, so we'll kind of touch those like that. And then we'll go ahead and grab this flag over here. Oh, I just kind of gave away what I was going to say. And this is what we have. So we're looking at a squeeze down, right? Question is, which way is it going to go? Looking like we're going to have a bullish break, right? looks like it's going to break up here and then go for another run. And it's been running very, very well. You know, after it fell, and that's fine. It looks like we found a bottom here, consolidated, try to pressure up here and run, and it broke it for a second, but you know what? False break, came back down. And then this time it really broke through, retraced pretty harshly, but you know what? Recovered again. So I think this is going to be pretty fantastic. How do I find you on Discord? I should be on the users. It's just Corey. It's Corey, Cory. But I should be in there. Safe. What is up? What is up? What a day. What a day. And so that's that. So, man, what can I say? I'm liking the stock. Analysts are, you know, everything is above $10, high being 15. What can I say? I like the stock. I really like the stock. Up 5% on the day. I'm gonna put this one to my watch list on my follow. So I'm gonna release a video about this soon. Just kind of like, I don't know, a fluff video, but it's not really a fluff video. It's like my legitimate opinions and stuff. And so I am gonna be releasing a what I'm looking for right now is plays. I'm looking for plays that are gonna be good for the future. So right now, obviously we're holding. Money is tight because I put everything in AMC, and so I'm just waiting. So what I'm going to be waiting for is I'm going to be looking for another other plays. You know, whenever we go to the moon, whenever it's all over, well, I'm going to need new plays, right? And I'm guessing that I'm going to have a good amount of money. I'm going to be sitting pretty well, and I'm going to be able to I want to be able to make more money. I want my money to make money, and I want to retire at, you know, 45 or something. And that's like my goal. And I need to find plays that are going to make me money that are safe, and, you know, and I have to diversify. And so I'm going to let you guys know all the plays I'm going to be in. I'm going to let you guys know my whole portfolio and everything. But right now, I'm looking for those plays. And so thank you for sharing these different kind of plays with me. I'll be able to add to it. Let's see. Ryan says, how can Fintel state no shares available for shorting, but also that 15 million shares were shorted today on AMC? You know, that is a good question. I really couldn't tell you how Fintel, you know, grabs those numbers, you know, if they're created, if they're a guesstimate, if they're from one person, from two people, who knows? But we'll see. Aaron says you can retire by 2022. You know, if I can retire by 2022, I'll take it. If these stocks go to the moon, even half of what people are anticipating they're going to go to, I will be retiring in 2022. And that's like if AMC goes to 10K, retired. Craven says, like I said, retire at 45. And Craven goes, 45? Does that mean you're 44 3/4 right now? Oh my gosh. Oh, MTZ. Okay, this is very interesting. So MT, you know, I didn't even think about that. So MTCE says they haven't added DTC 005 back on. What they put today is NCC 005. I believe they're different. MTZ, I think you're absolutely correct, my friend. And I apologize for kind of dismissing you and saying the wrong thing. Guys, I am so sorry. If this is incorrect, then I apologize. If I said the wrong thing, I need to double check and see if it was DTC 005 and if this is a new one, or if this is the same one. So hold off on that one there. I'll have to look at my previous videos. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look at my previous live streams or something. And I'm gonna have to go back to the ones where 005 was still on here. So I have my work cut out for me to figure that one out. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. What will you do when you're retired? I have no idea. I'll continue to make YouTube videos. We'll have a good time. I do want to travel. I want to. That's it. I'm a simple man. Simple. So I'm not going to get a huge mansion. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I would get like a nice house, reliable car, travel, and like have a good time. But nothing crazy. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to buy, you know, $10 million house, anything insane. Pulse, have to run, gang. Nice chatting. Till next time. See you later, pal. Oh my gosh, I have issues. So Safe says Clover is definitely a long-term place. It will play. It will 2 times easily. Yeah, you know what? I actually really like Clover. This is what I love talking about you guys. This is why I love chatting with you guys. And you guys showing me these plays, just because like, dang, like this is fantastic. Like, thank you guys for sharing these plays. I've seen a lot of plays that I like. I've been saving them. I'm gonna go through them, make sure I like them, make sure I want to do all them. And make sure I feel comfortable sharing them. And that's what I'm going to do. So feeling good. Endo. I just joined. That is all right. We're having a good time. We're chilling. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Let's continue here. AMC kind of still doing well, guys. I really like AMC. This is a stock that I'm in. OTC, so you can't really trade on Webull, but I traded on my Fidelity account. I got in super high. I'm still down on this one, but I feel good about this. Trey was talking about Clover. Oh, okay. I assume he likes it, right? I mean, I'm not sure why he wouldn't. All right, guys, we have a special guest in the chat. We have Archegos Capital in here. So we had covered already. No clue how we went bankrupt. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else we have going on. MVIS to the moon. Yes, David. Oh my gosh. It took off today. Just loving it. Just loving it. Oh, okay. So we're past I forgot to take a look at these sell or I'm not seeing any sell limits in here, which is actually pretty great to see. Looks like one person did not get the memo, but you know what? No sell limits is actually pretty fantastic to see. BLRX. Bioline RX. I like pharma. There we go. Biotechnology. All right. Focused on oncology. Wow. The company is committed into in-license novel compounds, develop them through clinical stages, and then partner with pharmaceutical companies for further clinical development and commercialization. Oh, they missed a space. The company is committed into 2 projects. Motixafortide, which is a cancer therapy platform, and AGI-134, and immunotherapy treatment. Okay. So I don't know too much about it. Let's see if they have any kind of financials in here. Nothing showing just yet. Institutional ownership is 4.87%. How old is this? Do we have when this was listed? 2007. The analysts seem to be very, very bullish on the stock. Pretty interesting. So it looks like the low is $5, high is $19 on the stock. Very, very cool stuff. Oncology, I mean, here's the deal. This is the kind of stock where, let's look at the 5-year. We're seeing they're down. They're down. Where's 2020? So here's 2020 right here. This is March 18th right here. Looks like the low around here. So this is the weeks, but yes, we can see crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So this is the kind of chart. This kind of chart is the reason I did not buy into GameStop, unfortunately, and I missed out at buying it at $2.50. I will never forget. But you know what? That's okay. This stock right here, I do feel like it's good. The cool thing about pharma, like this kind of pharma, and especially like oncology and stuff, is like they're always, I think they'll probably always have funding. They're always going to be working towards something. All they need is a news catalyst saying, hey, oh, look at the sell order right here. Oh, never mind. I thought it was at 22,000. So 455. So the thing about this kind of stock is like you're just waiting on a news catalyst. So this could be a very, very, very long hold. I mean, maybe they'll recover back. Maybe they'll recover back to $13, right? Pre-pandemic. Well, then again, here was 2019 going downhill all of 2019. But, you know, it wouldn't take very much for them to recover back. I mean, just not my favorite stock. Like you'd be waiting, and you don't know how long you'd be waiting for. You can be waiting years for some kind of news catalyst, and I don't want to wait all this time for a news catalyst that may or may not happen. You know, and then how much money am I going to have in here? What if I would have just put it in the S&P 500 and have steady like gains? So kind of the pros and cons, right? I don't think it's something I would put my money in unless but I don't know the stock, right? Maybe they're developing something that they're getting very, very close on. They're in stage 2 or 3, and they're going to be and they're going to announce something soon. Now, if you're anticipating something like that, heck yeah, this could be fan-freaking-tastic. But other than that, you know, hard to say. Air transportation is a very versatile job because there are multiple areas you can work. Okay, not sure what I missed. Someone did ask me to check something. Hold on, let me check. Did you check? It was Gil. Where'd Gil go? Gilly says DM. We'll take a look for you, my friend. Desktop Metal. Boy, oh boy, what the heck happened here? All right. Well, let's take a look. So, Desktop Metal. So, look at this chart setup. Let's look at what is going on, what these guys do. These guys are technology equipment, electronic equipment, and parts. So, let's see. The company offers a portfolio of integrated additive manufacturing solutions for engineers, designers, and manufacturers comprised of hardware, software, materials, and services. All right, so they cover everything. Fantastic. Its additive manufacturing includes include production system, shop system, studio system, and fiber. Production system is an industrial. Oh my gosh, it talks about all of them. Okay, production system is an industrial manufacturing solution that uses SPJ technology. Shop system is designed to bring metal additive manufacturing to machine and job shops. Studio system is a 3-dimensional or 3D metal additive manufacturing system. Fiber is a desktop 3D printer. Oh, so they do everything. This is pretty cool. The company serves various industries, including automotive, aerospace, healthcare, and consumer products, heavy duty, machine design, and research and development. My goodness, it's subsidiary. Okay, does this. All right, wow, not bad at all. Let's take a look at their website really quick, see if anything pops up. Actually, I'm going to pull this up over here. Trine. And we are making some site updates. I wonder how long they've been making site updates to. Not my favorite thing to see, but we'll continue here. So it was listed in 2019, 5 of 2019, so May 2019. And let's see, gross profit, negative 15 million. But, you know, you're investing in yourself, no problem at all. I have no problem seeing that one bit. Institutional ownership, 29.52%. Granted, this is only until the end of last year. Let's take a look at what Market Beat says about this. DM Desktop Metal currently at the institutional ownership is currently at 7.60. So, and that one may not be completely accurate like at this time. However, it does look like, you know, it did go down a little bit. Do we see any sells here for Q1? I mean, yeah, it looks like a few people sold, but it's not really Q1, Q2, not really indicative of like what I'm seeing here. Let's take a look at DM and see if anything pops up here. Desktop Metal, search, Desktop Metal. Spelled that wrong. Added an O to ship. All right. Just clicked on a random button. All right, well, that is that. We'll just like move on. Analysts are kind of on the fence about this one. Looks like the low is $11, high of $34, the average $22. All right. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see what they have. What I will say is I do like the chart setup in a sense. Looks like they were doing pretty well. I'm not sure why they sold off so hard like this though. This retracement is basically back to zero. I mean, $10 is where it started at, basically, this little run at least. And then, you know, and this is over the course of, granted, this is over the course of, when was this? 11/19 of 20. So 11, I don't know, we'll say 8 months, something like that. Not looking so good. Maybe 6 months, something. And but what I do like is it bounced, right? We had a bounce here. Hopefully it'll continue this bullish momentum and continue to run. I wouldn't be surprised if this hit, you know, 15 bucks or something. And then, you know, not a lot of levels of support and resistance though. If this continues to run, it'll probably go from like 14 where it is now. And if it runs, I wouldn't be surprised if it jumped all the way to 15, almost 16 bucks. I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit, and then challenged around here, especially since it found the bottom here. I don't think it's going to go lower than 10 bucks, but it could retrace a little bit. But you know, I really don't mind it that much. Kind of hard to say exactly what's going on. A lot of people are trying to get into the space. Are they going to be able to provide the value that they need in order to stand strong? You know what I mean? If they can hold their value, hold where they are, then that could be pretty great. But it's just so hard to say if they'll actually be able to do it. So hard to say. Yeah, let me take a sip of water. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see, BioLine, Clove, Tesla. I wonder, you know, speaking of one of our favorite stocks, let's take a look at what happened with IVR today. Up just 0.26% on the day. Nothing really too special for these guys. And so I do like where they are. Man, I feel like it's going to be such a good entry point. I feel like a $4 option would be so good for this in the short term. What would this be? I mean, when I say short term, I mean like a leap, you know, like for even January or something. I mean, how far out could we go? Maybe October. That would feel pretty good. $4 strike. Oh, that'll print. Maybe, but I do like that. No problem. So Gilly, see, this is a good. I'm glad you know that, right? So Gilly says they are fastest 3D metal printing, fastest metal 3D printing, and that's a good thing to know, right? Especially because, you know, 3D printing metal, first of all, is its own niche. That is, my goodness, like I don't even know where you would begin with 3D printing metal. You know, the size of the machine, the stuff that goes into it, what they can actually do with it, prototyping, and especially the verticals. I will say, you know, and this it comes from my lack of knowledge. Although I like the chart setup, and granted, I'm kind of, I like to bet on the, I don't want to say losers, but I like to buy these at the discounts. And you know, we've seen the stock run to $34 and almost 35 bucks. So we know the potential is there. The question is, you know, why did it drop? Did the hype die down? Did they have a negative something that happened? The machines break down all the time, and then you have to have maintenance, and then they can't send someone out for maintenance. It's, you know, who knows what. But the fastest 3D printing is pretty legit, pretty dang legit. What else? So yeah, that's the only thing about this one, but it could be cool. Could be very cool. This stock right here is DM desktop metal. What else was I looking at? Doge. Somebody said something about Doge. So Doge, man, who knows what's gonna happen with Doge? Somebody said it was gonna. They feel like it's gonna run. 5 days. Let's look at the 1 month. And kind of see what's been going on, right? Hard to really get a feel on this, and I don't think you'll really be able to get a feel on it, just because no one knows which way it's gonna dang run. This could go any which way, you know. But if you were looking for an entry point on Doge, I mean, you could wait for some kind of crazy dip. I mean, it was looking pretty good, right? Dipped all the way down to, what is it, 18 cents. You know, you could put a 20-cent limit buy or something, and wait to get into it, you know. Yeah, I'll just say that. Just waiting for it. Henry, thank you so much for the super chat. Henry says there was a thread today on different ape tattoo ideas to get post squeeze, but I'm gonna get a Corey tattoo. Oh my gosh, actually I've been thinking of a very, very cool idea about a tattoo idea, and I'll share it with you guys, right? So and remember who told you this. So I was thinking I would, you know, maybe something like in between like my finger here or something like this, where it would be a diamond. So I would have like diamonds on my hands, and it would just be a small, very subtle, very minimalistic diamond, like diamond logo, like this, exactly like this. Very, very minimalist, very small, just a little solid black diamond right here, just so people know, like, just so people know, you know what I mean? We could go and say, you know, we'll just like, you know, it would be something subtle. I don't know what it would be, but I feel like it'd be so dang cool to get a diamond right here. Maybe something even like this. This one could be cool too, but I would love it. I would love it so much. That'd be cool. I don't have any tattoos. My brother's a dang tattoo artist. Go figure. And gosh, I think it'd be so cool. There's some actually pretty cool ones in here. But yeah, I've always thought about that. I'm thinking about this for literally months, so people know who to rob. Oh gosh, good point. Good point. You're right. You know, that's what I say. Ape tattoo ideas. I want to see the ape tattoo ideas. Can someone link it to me in the Discord? General. Oh my gosh, there's so much in here. During live stream, I'm gonna create a new channel called During. Okay, I'm gonna have a During live stream channel in here. This way, you know, we don't put it all in the stuff in the general chat. I'll get a diamond card to my chest at this point. Jeez, aggressive. So Sir You Win says, what is a good price intro AMC? So entry for AMC, what's a good price? So that's a great question. Now, here's the deal. Here is the deal. We've already broken through this level of support. I just realized that. We've been waiting to break that level of support for a long time. Look, the last time we broke this was a while ago. Wow. Man, when was this? Oh, beginning of the month. Gosh, it's been a long time. Hopefully we continue to respect it. This one, you know, didn't break so well. It was like a false break, essentially. It didn't really break all the way through. This one broke through, kind of retraced, obviously. And so we're finally back above, you know, all the way over here. So the question is, you know, will we hold it? I thought we were at 14 bucks not too long ago. How long ago were we at 14 bucks? Oh my gosh, it was all the way. Oh, it was back here. Wow, time flies. Anyways, so we're back over here breaking it. So now the question is, you know, where do you think this is going to go? Who asked this? So You Win. So the question is actually, I love Olive's answer. Olive said last week, yes. And so the question is you don't, okay, not financial advice, but you know what? Let's say the stock runs, you know what I mean? Like, aren't you going to say, dang, I wish I would have bought in at 11.50, you know, if it goes to 15 bucks tomorrow or 12, you know, wherever it goes tomorrow. I would rather buy in and average down then miss this and buy in high, and then it starts high, and then maybe I can average down or you know, go all in. You know, so many different ways you can play it. Now, realistically, it'll probably retrace to $11, maybe $11.30. I would say I feel pretty comfortable with an $11.30 retracement. But for all I know, it's going to continue to run in the morning, and that's that. So, you know, just things to think about. And realistically, you know, $11. Let's say it does retrace to $11.30. Okay, well, great. You saved, you know, 20 cents per share. But let's say it just runs, and instead of saving 20 cents per, you know, you waited. So instead of trying to save 20 cents per share, now you have to buy at $12.50, and now it's an additional dollar, you know, instead of saving the 30 cents. So different things, different ways to think about it. I feel super good about, you know, even where it is right now. I feel good about it. Where do you think the stock is going to run to? You know, do you think it's going to run to 50 bucks, 100 bucks eventually, 1,000 bucks eventually? If so, then maybe, you know, the penny pinching may not be worth it for you, you know. And granted, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure it's probably going to be some kind of retracement. We've seen it, right? Like, it goes up. We can look at this on the 1 day, right? Even in the 1 day, it goes up, it retraces, goes up, retraces, kind of bounces here, kind of going in an upper trend during the day, right? Maybe it will retrace back down here, or maybe it'll continue to run, you know, to 12 bucks. So just little things to think about, my friend. Ginger, we will catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you can wait for a little dip. Yeah. Archegos Capital says, thanks to us people who shorted Credit Suisse made profit. You should be thankful. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Let's see what else we have. Okay, guys, any other questions before I start to wrap up for the night? Let's see what else we have going on. How's Coinbase doing? I have a position in Coinbase. I'm ready to liquidate, but I feel like it's a good long-term hold, so I'm just gonna hold it. But you know, I was like, I knew I should have averaged down. Where did it hit? Let's look at the 5-day. 276. I knew I should have averaged down at 276, but I don't want to sink any more money into this currently. I'd rather put it in like AMC or something. But currently at, you know, up almost 5% on the day. Not bad, not bad. CT says, I bought 7 call contracts on 422, expiring 5/18, $10 strike. Unusual for me to see the stock go in the right direction after I buy a contract. Hey, nice. I mean, that call option is probably looking pretty good now, isn't it? Jeez. Not bad, not bad. Coinbase betrayed all of us. I know, and here's the deal. This is why I don't like IPOs. I got too hyped up. I got excited. I got wrapped up in the excitement of it. Bought in. Look at me now. Bought in at 381. It's at 304. Not feeling the best. And instead of buying 2 shares, I could have got 3 shares. But you know what? I'll hold. I think it's worth it. Here's the deal. Am I upset about it in the short term? Sure. Do I think it's going to be fan freaking tastic in the long term? Absolutely. Absolutely. Elon hasn't tweeted about it in a while. Diamond is calling AMC $20 by the end of tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that'd be unreal. That'd be unreal. I'd be happy. Here's the deal. And I've told you guys this before, right? I'd be happy with some slow growth from 11, let's say it goes to 12, 13, in two or 3 days, 13, 14, 15, slowly. So this way people don't have a huge run up, sell, and then quit. I want super chill volume. Marty V. Is that who I think that is? Marty Virgilio. Excuse me. Awesome. Okay, I think that is everything, guys. I'm feeling good about where we are. If you guys haven't seen my latest videos on the MOAS and the well, you don't really have to watch the FINRA rule if you already are good about it. But yes, Sir Ewan says I wait for pre-market and see where AMC ends up, see how it trends. Yeah. Let's see. Demarcus, thank you so much for the super chat. Demarcus says, Corey, please tell me where please tell Laser Tom to give Diane some more money. I need to buy stocks. Love your videos and not financial advice. All right, Laser Tom, you got to give Diane some more money, please. What are you thinking? All right. Hopefully that helps out a little bit. Here's the deal. Stocks, you got to use your money to make more money. Scared money don't make no money. And I'll leave you guys with that. All right. I will leave you guys with that. Price prediction with Mara for Friday. I'll tell you this, Kimberly. I'm bullish. I'm very bullish on Mara. I feel like if you were looking for an entry point on this stock, you have found it. I truly do. And I really think you have found it. Looks like it finally bottomed out. And it's bottomed out at 34 bucks. I've actually been thinking about buying options here just because I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. If you're bullish on Bitcoin, you're bullish on, theoretically, right? You should be bullish on Mara. You should be bullish on Riot. And I think that both of those are going to be fantastic. Ooh, thank you, Henry. I can't wait to take a look at this. During live stream. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to take a look at that. Very curious. So yes, that's what I say. But I really like this entry point for Marathon personally. A whole lot. Yes. Alan says, is MVIS a buy right now or am I too late? So Alan, I will say this. I don't think it's quite too late yet. I think it's very risky. So I would be a little cautious. I think there's going to be a little bit more to go. And I think it'll retrace a little bit, of course. But I think there's going to be just a little bit more go up and then, probably retrace. I think the hype will die down after the 29th, which is when their meeting is, their presentation. I think it'll die down. But I think there is an opportunity there for a small swing trade. But it is going to be a little more risky than if you would have bought in, the past few days. So I'll give you that one. Oh, and there goes my monitor. All right. Well, this is a perfect time for me to go ahead and wrap the stream up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Such a pain in the neck. But all right, guys, I'm going to start wrapping up here. I'm going to go eat some food and hang out with my fiance. Have a good night. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow evening. And, we'll make it do what it do. It's going to be a fantastic time. Got to fix this stuff. Which one am I looking for? There it is. All right, make sure I'm not missing it. All right, guys, I will catch you guys later. You guys have a great night. I'll be on tomorrow night, and we'll have some more fun. Hopefully the stocks run tomorrow. But I'll catch you guys later. All right, you guys have a great night. Peace. I know I gotta switch that monitor. I'll switch it. Peace again.